What's up, guys? It's Coach Al, Mr. Gutierrez. For those of you guys who don't know me, okay, this video is going to be um covering the online expectations and behavior for all my classes. So this video will cover my Math 180, my college success, life skills class, and my ROP criminal justice class. So uh, please bear with it. I do videos all the time. Those of you guys who know me, I'd rather do things, face to face in person. But this is where we're at. We have to do this, and I want to make sure that you guys receive everything that you need in order to be successful in in your classroom. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cover some things I have written down here as far as what I expect online. The reason we haven't done a live Zoom is because I want to make sure we're on the same page on how this is going to work. Okay, so um, bear with it, listen to the details. I'm doing a video here so you can go back and listen to it again if you think you missed something. And then if you have questions, just email me. Tomorrow, you're going to be watching this video obviously on Thursday. I'm doing it here a day before, but I want you guys to listen to it clearly, and then you're going to be giving me a thumbs up on the stream. You're going to say, I have watched, reviewed, and agreed to the video. And that will tell me that, all right, everybody's ready to do a live Zoom session when we get to that in our class periods. Okay, so let's cover this. So, what are some of the expectations online? Logging on, right? Waking up in the morning, making sure that you're checking in. Whatever I have you guys type on there, check in. Tell me you're there. Okay, it's just like you were in the classroom. It doesn't mean you have to say anything all day. You just check in. Let me know you're in, and you're listening, and you're attempting to do what you have to do. Okay, and always keep me updated on any issues. Don't just stay home and say, I can't log on today. So Gutierrez knows that if I don't log on, then he's gonna, guess that I can't read what's going on, right? So let me know if you have issues with anything. So I'll mark you present because you're attempting, but it's just not working for you, right? Um, there's two ways I'm going to be doing attendance. It's either called engaged or not engaged. So if you say, well, I was awake at that time, I just I never logged on. You're not engaged, right? If you logged on and you typed in, it takes 10 seconds to type in, right? I'm present, and that means that you're listening, right? It's like walking inside a classroom. You're here. It doesn't mean you're doing much, but you're here, so you're present. Okay, so please don't make me mark you absent because you just did not type in a simple word, and that made me um, see that you're present. Okay. The next point here is a very important part is we're going to respect each other here. Okay. Everybody here is going to have access to be able to type something that someone else is going to see, right? So we are not going to be typing inappropriate comments, right, on the stream when the chats or when we get to the Zoom sessions. You're going to be allowed to chat with each other throughout a video and throughout when I'm talking. You might just like you would in class. So I might tell you guys, all right, we're going to be, I'll give you guys a couple minutes, work on this, and then you guys can chat with each other online. And so we're going to respect each other here. We're not going to judge if somebody asks a question that you're like, oh, that's kind of common sense right there, right? Everybody, sees things and reads things differently. So we're going to respect each other at all times. Okay. We're not going to put anybody down. You're not going to put me in a bad spot by having to exit you from the meeting, right? Because you're, being inappropriate or disrespectful to your classmates. Okay, it's just like school, right? In school, if you misbehave, you get sent out because you're being a distraction. You won't be a distraction when we do live Zoom sessions. Okay, and those of you guys who know me, you know that if I say I'm going to do something, it's probably going to happen. So, especially with this online thing, because I have to make sure that I'm also protecting everybody here, right? All you students and myself, right? It's not social media. I don't do social media, um, but I know how it works. So this is not social media. This is not your YouTubing and Instagram Live and all this stuff, right? Um, this is school. Okay, so yes, it's going to be done in a different way, but we're not going to talk like we talk on social media. We're not going to type things how we type on social media. We're going to be, educated young individuals that are trying to learn and become better. And the only way you do that is by developing good habits, and that's typing things how you're supposed to type them, um, asking the questions you're supposed to ask, and not going off topic and trying to gossip about the TV show that's on tonight when we're trying to learn something, right? So um, just keep that in mind. If you couldn't separate social media and what you guys do on your phones all day and this small window of 30 45 minutes of live sessions, you're going to be just fine. Okay. Your comments, whenever you type in, when you're chatting or you make a comment, something, please read it 2 times, 3 times before you post it. Okay, that's a very, very important skill to have when you're working with emails, texting, and some of you guys already probably can relate. Man, yeah, I remember that. Text. I should have read that twice, and I would have probably not sent that, right? Or emails. Same thing here. Okay, I have a lot of experience teaching online. Okay, I've taught online for 7 years to West Hills and Fresno Pacific, and now here, right? So I have seen it all, and I've taken online classes myself. So um, be careful of how you make certain comments or you type things. I'm everything here. The way you got to see it is you are when you're working online, it's like you're doing an interview every day, right? So you guys that love sports, you guys that like that have a job in mind, pretend that everything you're typing, your future boss or coach is watching, right? It's you type something inappropriate, it can be online forever, right? If you continue to just have bad grammar and you think you're going to go to, Stanford or something, it's like you're not developing those writing habits, right? So when you're typing, read it 2 times. Oh, I'm going to type in these couple sentences. I might as well spell everything right? So just it's not texting. It's not. It's let's take this as professional as we could, and let's get better at everything that we do when we're typing and spelling and even talking, right? So let's work on that together. Emails and chats. Um, I expect you guys to let me know when there's concerns, right? If you don't feel comfortable being on the Zoom session on that day, even on chat, you rather just email back and forth. You guys that know me, I'm pretty flexible for things. I'm more about getting the job done rather than how it got done. If that doesn't make sense to you, you'll see as we go on. Okay, we have a goal in mind of what we have to do. We're going to get it done. It might not always be by the book. We might have to say, hey, today we're going to do this way, and then tomorrow we're going to do it this way. It's the same here. If I have a Zoom session set up and you cannot attend, you don't feel comfortable that day, you're not feeling good, whatever it might be, we can email back and forth, and I'm going to, mark you absent. You're going to get your credit, and you're going to be just fine. Okay. When we have live Zooms, I've obviously never done it. I've only been part of Zoom sessions with our teachers and our bosses here at administration, but never with students, right? So it's going to be a learning process for us. Okay, we might have issues. I might get, taken out of the, Zoom session. Things could come up. The internet could be bad. There could be so many things that happen. Let's not get frustrated. Okay, if you get kicked out of a Zoom session, I'm not gonna, freak out and pretend you walked out of my class here, right? It's not the same. Completely different. Okay, if you're at home and you're doing a Zoom session and you're being too loud or something, and your parents are sleeping because they have to work that night or something, you say, Coach Al, you know what? I have to get out because just shoot me an email. It doesn't mean you have to let everybody know what's going on in the background. Maybe your brother and sister is crying, right? Or You have to go help your grandma do something. All those scenarios can happen. So the expectation is very clear. Leave the meeting, send me an email after. When you get a chance, it has to be right there and say, hey, I had to get out because of this. Did I miss something? What do I have to do? And that's it. That's my expectation. I don't expect you to feel bad and say, oh my God, I'm gonna get a bad grade because I got out of the meeting or the session. It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna have these all the time, right? The Zooms, if we do 1 or 2 a week, that's already gonna be more than expected. I technically don't have to have any Zoom sessions. I can have everything over email, over Google Classroom, over chat, but I'm gonna do this Zoom deal because I find it very important for you guys to see it face to face in some way. Okay. Um, Intervention, discipline. If there is problems, there is issues, and constantly having to tell someone, hey, let's not talk that way. Let's not interrupt your classmate when he's trying to ask something. What's going on with that music in the background? Why are we doing that? There's constantly issues, and I'm constantly being distracted. Then we're going to be having a discussion. Okay, there's similar disciplinary actions. Just because you're home, it doesn't mean that we can't discipline you, right? You're still a student, and um, you can still be disciplined. We have protocols and how that's going to happen here. So let's not do things and that are going to put us in a bad situation. Okay, the background stuff, right? Some of you guys um, might have, certain things in the background at times that you're like, man, I probably shouldn't have that in the background where Coach Al's going to see, right? Some of you guys might have a poster that you like and it has a profanity word or things like that. Just let's not put ourselves in that situation, right? Um, there's a lot of different scenarios. Just think about where you're at. It's like you're in the classroom, right? Whatever you're bringing to the table, to the classroom, to the school, your backpack, your stuff, the same thing at home. Make yourself comfortable. I highly recommend you to have a working area, right? If we have a 30-minute Zoom session, let's not be in bed, lazy. Let's, get on a chair just like I am now, right? And get on a table, get comfortable, and let's focus. Get yourself something to drink, a snack, and stay engaged. And that's a very important part of being successful through this online education. All right. The intervention part, if you are absent, if I see 2, 3 days in a row you're not showing up, I will call home and see what's going on. I will email you every single day, multiple times. What's going on? What's going on? And eventually, if you see on your schedule, there is an intervention period. Okay, I'm going to be checking in with you guys individually and making you guys show up to those intervention periods to make up some time because you're not just going to miss 2, 3 days in a row, especially now with our schedule, right? You're only going to see me a couple of days a week. So you're going to be having to make that up. And bad grades, I really don't even talk grades here. You guys have had me before. The grades part takes care of itself. Just follow directions, follow the steps. I'm going to be getting you guys a syllabus, some breakdowns of points, but let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about getting going, understanding the process, whether you're in Math 180, whether you're in a college success class with me, or if you're in ROP criminal justice. Just let's get rolling here, and we're going to be just fine. Okay, I'm not going to go into curriculum and what assignments and all that right now because this video applies to all 3 courses. This is just some of the expectations that I want you guys to understand and the behavior that I expect you guys to have in my online class. Okay, my Zoom sessions, my chats, my emails, all that applies the same way. Okay, just the same way that I would behave in school I would expect you to behave here is the same way I expect you to behave at home, right? So you got everything in a nutshell here. I could have missed a couple things. If there's something that's not clear to you, please let me know. But after you watch this video, what I expect you to do is underneath the stream of your class period, um, I'm going to put it on there what I want you to type, but you're basically going to say I have viewed and I agree to the rules and expectations, and that's it. That's your checkbox. That tells me, all right, he understands. So there's no excuse to break those simple rules, right? So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll be posting, I'll send you guys a link when our first Zoom session is going to pop up, and then we'll go from there, okay? See you guys later.